Here in Greater West Bloomfield, our community, no strangers to food insecurity. It affects many here in our communities as well as across southeastern Michigan, around the U.S. and all over the world. Close to home, one of our local markets is working to bridge those gaps and help families in need of some food assistance. Busch's Fresh Food Market in West Bloomfield Township participating with other local Busch's stores to provide milk to families that may be experiencing food insecurity in our community and beyond. Joining us with more information on how our local families can engage in this program, provide support, or get the support that they may need is Cheryl Stoops, the Guest Services Manager at West Bloomfield's Busch's Fresh Food Market. Cheryl, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Happy to have you on to talk about this biannual milk drive through Busch's Fresh Food Market happening now through March 22nd. It's aimed at bridging some of the gaps in food insecurity. How is Busch's helping to fill in those gaps?
Well, Busch's, I've been with Busch's now for, it'll be 26 years. So I've been with them since the beginning of my career here. When I started here, we started pretty big into the fundraising, and I really got behind that. I was also working part-time as a nutrition service manager at one of the elementary schools, so it was very simple for me to transition into these fundraisers, which are so valuable and so needed in our community. Our Tri-County community has pantries, and we work very hard with them regularly. 4 times a year, we do 2 milk drives, we do 2 food drives. And the reason the milk drive is such a very important drive is that dairy products to go into a pantry is quite expensive to house them, fresh dairy products. And we are able to go to our Michigan farms and collect that milk. They donate that instead of wasting it and throwing that out. We can get that into these pantries, and they're allowed to get this great fresh milk right from the local farms here. And it's really fantastic for them because we can do this for 6 months and we do it again in another 6 months. So we're very passionate about these particular drives. And because of that particular reason, that it's costly and we're able to provide a great need. This is just one of the drives that we do that I feel, really hits home with me with the elementary kids and their challenges a lot of times, in getting anything nutrition. It's good. I mean, we're working hard on that.
Yeah, Busch's has a pretty lofty goal for this year. They're hoping in this campaign to collect 53,000 gallons of milk. And that's pretty interesting when you put it up against the fact that milk is one of the most highly requested items by families experiencing food insecurity, but it's also one of the least donated items. You mentioned some of those reasons why. How does this help to fill in some of the need for milk, and why beyond that is milk so heavily requested by people that are experiencing food insecurity in your experience?
Right. Well, so I mean, I understand, being a mom as well as getting a little behind the scenes look at that. The need is great for nutrition, good, healthy nutrition. And we're working very hard in the school systems. We work with the school systems as well. We do a lot of things with them. Busch's is grand about donating a lot of their, they rescue food. So they're always doing that. I think with the milk issue, it's just all about nutrition. So it's all comes to, can we get this into the bodies of the kids, especially kids that go to these, and we go through the pantries and that. It's just a need. It's a nutritional need that I feel like we lack sometimes. We force the kids in elementary school, they have to take a milk before they can get out of line. It's something we require as part of our makeup. So milk is one of the things that we have to do, and we have to be consistent on getting that into the bodies of these kids to get them some nutrition. That's why we really push that. So.
And Oakland County being one of the wealthier counties in the state of Michigan and this region of the country, so many people misinterpret that as being that Oakland County or in specific Greater West Bloomfield, the communities that we cover, aren't experiencing food insecurity. So when Busch's engages in this biannual drive and they're leading the charge on something like this, how does that help to raise awareness in communities like West Bloomfield for the very real fact that there are people that are our neighbors, our friends, our colleagues right here in this community that are experiencing food insecurity themselves?
Well, I knew that personally because of the job I had there in the school system for 16 years. So, I mean, I saw kids come in every day and they were hungry and they were looking for, just a cheese stick or something to eat.
Yeah.
So we're able to meet that need in the nutrition, department there at Farmington Public Schools pretty good. But the need is there, and it doesn't really matter where you are. You'd be surprised to see how many kids are hungry, even right here in Farmington Hills. So, I mean, this area, we're very fortunate, and the kids that come through here to make a donation of the milk, we get them all involved. So we let them ring bells. We all moo when there's a donation. We all start mooing like cows on the front end. We have fun with this, and it's a way of teaching our kids how to give back. I mean, there's kids here who have no worries, but there are kids that actually shop here with their parents that really are really budgeted. They can't really afford a lot of stuff, and milk is one that keeps, like everything, going up in price. So it's a good way of teaching kids, I think, how there are people that need right next to them in the classroom. There are also, it's just an eye-opening thing to see from behind the scenes as a cook and, working in that kitchen. So, I mean, I saw it firsthand. Our area is not exempt to having children that are hungry. I promise you. Yeah.
And the ones that are getting support, especially in their schools, they're often those families that do come forward. We don't think about those that don't. The ones that do come forward and ask for that help or are forwarded to that help from organizations like in recent history in Greater West Bloomfield, the Blessings in a Backpack program that's undergone a few changes over the years, particularly in name, but not in practice. They get those services, they get that need so that these kids don't go home hungry, but that doesn't erase the reality that many other kids, many other families aren't in that position. So Cheryl, as Busch engages in this fundraiser and they raise awareness, they raise, of course, bringing in all that milk that goes to these individuals and these families, you've been able to see this firsthand. Just how big of an impact does it have when it does get to that person or to those people that have been experiencing food insecurity?
Yeah. So we're able to hit our goal in this store pretty much every time we do a fundraiser. We work very hard at it. This is not an easy request. So when we ask our guests to make a donation of a gallon of milk, which doesn't seem like it's just a gallon of milk, you might think it's not that much. But to some guests that they just feel that maybe they, for whatever reason, they are giving in a different way or whatever, and they pass by it. But then we'll get our guests that will support this all the way because they know that what's happening in the pantries, our food drives are the exact same way. We have regular people that wait and ask when we're doing our drive just so they can be part of giving back. So this is not something that I look as a negative. This is a very positive thing, and it does have a giant impact on our community. And I feel that the guests here that get to be a part of that and ring a bell, and we do have a raffle going for giving away some gift cards for this. So, I mean, anybody making donations, we're going to pull a few names out and give them a little bit back for just thinking of us, and just helping us with our goal. So it's a very big need, and they know it. So when they come through here, they've been doing this now for a long time. And I've been at this store alone 15 years or more. So I've been watching the same people come through, and they've been helping us every year, and they're very excited about it. So I think it's great support. Yeah.
Busch's is located on 14 Mile in West Bloomfield Township, the same complex as the Connect Community Center, if you're familiar with that, through West Bloomfield Parks, where you can make these donations. This drive going now through March 22nd. Cheryl, before we let you go here in the next couple of minutes, we've talked about the how, we've talked about the why, and we've talked about the what. Now let's go through the how. For people that are going to go shopping at one of our local grocery stores, maybe are going to even go to Busch's, how can they help today and up to March 22nd?
Sure. We'll take anything. So if you would like to come by and drop a few bucks off, you can do that. You want to come in and shop and donate some milk. We've had a man yesterday walk in and say, give me 100 gallons of milk.
Wow.
So we had a hot dog sale. We sold hot dogs yesterday and made a lot of money for this drive. 100% goes right to this particular drive. So everything we earn, every penny we pick off the floor goes directly there. So they can come in and volunteer time if they want to at the door. They can also do that through school. They can set that up through our corporate office if they want. They can donate, if they want to come in and just donate little things that we can give away. I had a man come in and give us a whole bunch of cow pencils, and he said, "Here, give these out to the kids. They'll love it." So we have a lot of backing on these drives, and we push it. The cashiers you see our cows in the background. We have them around the store. So we have, kids are coming in, they get a swag bag, a cow swag bag. If they make a hefty donation, we make it fun, and we get the money and we get the donation. So it's just that public, come on in here. We'd love to have some new guests. We'll show you what we have. We'll move for you and anything else you need. Make sure that you're happy when you leave and you feel that you've helped in some way with this drive.
That's what it's all about, moving that milk to families that are in need in our community and beyond. Cheryl Stoops is with us, the guest services manager at Busch's Fresh Food Market in West Bloomfield Township, as they're continuing their biannual milk drive now through March 22nd at their store on 14 Mile Road in West Bloomfield. Cheryl, thank you so much for joining us today here on The Splash Live.
You're very welcome. Thank you for having me. Yeah.